Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just having a mad moment today, boys and girls. I'm having a mad moment. Yes, the noises. Do you do any strange things like that? I'm usually doing it when I'm on my own in the house, you know. Or sometimes in the supermarket, I can break out into... It's great fun, really. When you're alone and there's no one to talk to, just break out into strange noises, and you feel so much better afterwards. You know what I mean? Hello to you, welcome along. My name's Chris Reardon. This is United Kingdom Talk for Friday, the 9th of December 2011. Oh, I've just noticed my lights are sparkling behind me today. I forgot to... Shall I leave them sparkling so that they go on? Or, look at that, on and off. You want one of those star cloths behind you, don't you? Anyway, straight on to emails today. Hello to Jessie BT, who says, Dear Chris, I like your family fun shows. Don't change. Well, some spicy stuff won't hurt our ears and eyes. Spicy stuff, dear? What are you suggesting that I sprinkle myself with some of that curry powder or something like that? Oh, vile, dear. Vile. Oh, dropped a bit of paper. I do like a little bit of chili powder. We like chili powder. Boys and girls, it's time to open a Christmas card which has been sitting here for quite some months, boys and girls. We used to have a post office box here, but I did away with it because it was getting very, very expensive, £200 a year for a post box. So we haven't got that anymore. So a lady, the lovely Kath, who's in Wales, sent me a couple of extra cards just before the post box went out, was finished. One for Christmas and one for my birthday in February. So here is the Christmas card now being opened, and on the front of it is a little picture of a dog on a sleigh dashing through the snow. And there's a little rabbit as well. Little rabbit on the picture falling down the hill, and the card. To Chris, and she sent this in April. I told you I wouldn't lose it, didn't I? I bet you thought I wouldn't remember this, didn't you? Don't you worry, my darling. To Chris, wishing you a very happy Christmas and peaceful Christmas. Hope you're keeping well. Thinking of you. Lots of love from Kath and family. Hope you keep in touch. So there we are. Thank you very much, Kath, for sending this beautiful Christmas card. Yes, of course, because you sent it in April, you were the first one to send a Christmas card this year. Yes, and you're the first one to send a card for my birthday in February. How wonderful. Yes. Hello to Ben. Hello, Ben. I was actually talking to Ben on Wednesday night on the Facebook chat thing. And Ben wrote on the subject of the show a couple of shows ago, really good show, Chris, very engaging. Oh, is that? Well, I think that's when we were talking about all these insurance people and all that, Barclays Insurance and what have you. Thank you, Ben. Yes, yeah, it'd be nice to meet with you, sir. Perhaps we can meet in town. I think it's Costa Coffee in Bracknell Town Centre. Might be an idea to meet in there or something, all right? Let me see. Young James, he writes, Hi, Chris, glad you've had over 1 million people tune into your shows now. How do you get to be part of a TV audience? And is it disabled friendly? You just write to the BBC. Write to the BBC. I think it's Ticket Unit. Your Ticket Unit, BBC Television Centre, Wood Lane, London, W12. How's that for a memory, eh? Oh, I believe that's how you get tickets. Or I think you might do it online. Have a look online for BBC tickets and ask them what are the disabled facilities there. All right, James? And they'll help you. As for X Factor, it's lost it for me recently with the stories in the newspaper about it, and that's from James. Yeah, the X Factor has definitely lost some sparkle. Of course, we've got the final. Is it tomorrow? Saturday, we've got the final of X Factor. Marcus and that awful girl band. And what are their names? Trixie or something. I can't even remember the name. Marcus, I'm sure Marcus is going to win that. And even if he doesn't win, he will still be a huge entertainer. He will. Marcus, wonderful. Hello to John, again, who had a nice conversation on Monday night, on Monday night on the Facebook chat while I was at work. Lovely to have such a positive conversation with you, John. All right, very nice to speak to you. And he says, glad you Glad you stop laughing. Glad you sorted your Mayor 44 out. I definitely did. Definitely did. All sorted with a very nice man on the help desk. Thank you. And hello to Martin, who I haven't... Matthew, who I haven't spoken to. He hasn't sent a message for quite some time. Matthew, he leaves it months and months and then sends an epic letter, don't you? And he says, I just wanted to touch you on a few subjects that came up on the show in the last month or so. First off, in regards to barbecue weather in Canada, we generally would go outside to barbecue until it reaches minus 15 degrees centigrade. Anything colder than that is usually pushing it a bit. In regards to your comments about how many people you know in the UK are complaining about the cold, should really take a trip out here in January or February and experience minus 45 degrees Celsius for a few weeks and then go back to the UK and know what cold really is. Oh, I don't doubt it. I would not like to live in Canada in the cold weather. Now, one thing, Matthew, he says, what do you think about that? Well, rather you than me. Definitely shan't be coming. It says, I can hear myself echoing. Definitely shan't be coming to Canada in the winter. But I do like nature type things, walking in forests and walking and lakes and things like that. I love that. And yet I don't do those. I do those holidays when I was on Norfolk Island. But I gather Canada is the place to do that. But don't you have dangerous animals and things like that? Bears roaming the place here. I might be going for a little walk at a picnic somewhere and a bear might come up and think I'm the actual picnic deer. And then it will make noises, and eat me up. I don't want that. Would a bear not just come and sit next to me and join in the picnic? I don't mind taking a few extra sandwiches. They're not vegetarian bears, are they? They eat people. Is it quite dangerous to walk through a forest in Canada? Or do you kind of have to know where to walk, or do you take someone with you? More information on that one. What if I came to Canada for a holiday? You know, somewhere out in the sticks where it's all nature and trees and things like that, little wood cabin, somewhere to spend a week there or so and walk in the nature things. I could take my camera and we could do shows there. It would be fabulous. Fabulous. In regards to your comment about one of your Australian viewers liking animals, I would suggest to him that if he does one day take his trip to Canada and take some time to go to a town called Churchill, which is here in the province of Manitoba, where the biggest population of polar bears is. Do they eat people as well? I don't want to go on holiday and be eaten, thank you. I don't eat animals, so why should they want to eat me? That's the thing. I must admit it's absolutely beautiful there, and the trip is indeed worth it. I would really like it if one day someone made a movie or documentary there to show the world some of the true beauty of the frozen north. Oh, we have a programme at the moment which I mentioned on previous shows called Frozen Planet. David Attenborough does it. It's just fantastic. It's got the emperor penguins walking along, polar bears and strange under the ocean. Underneath the ice, of course, the water is always warmer, isn't it? And it's got some amazing creatures living there, down there. Also on the topic of airlines that you brought up recently and the question you had about top-ranking airlines in terms of careers. I'd have to say that here in Canada, our national airline is Air Canada. It is by far the best airline I have ever travelled with, as they are super friendly, organised and offer routes worldwide. I know lots of airline employees who are with some of the smaller regional carriers, and they all agree that given the chance, Air Canada is where they'd like to be. Sounds like a very similar story to those airline employees who are wanting to work for BA, doesn't it? Yes, it certainly does. Certainly does. Finally, on a completely random subject, I would just like to say that I have this odd craving for Walker's cheese and onion crisps, which I enjoyed a few weeks back on a trip I made to Gillingham in the UK. So if anyone is feeling generous enough to send me a few bags to last me until my next trip, I would appreciate it, as I'm truly addicted. Well, that's it for today, I've got to say. I hope you have a great day. And as always, you're in my thoughts and prayers each day. And that's Matt from Canada. Thank you, Matt. Lovely to hear from you. You know, you've reminded me of something, actually, Matt. I was supposed to send Motorised Millie some Walker's Cheese and Onion crisps at some point. The trouble is, how on earth do you send crisps through the mail? I suppose you've got to put them in a box or something like that, haven't you? Listen, I'll sort that out. Matt and Motorised Millie, send me your postal address and I shall send you some Walker's... Is that allowed? Are we allowed to send crisps sort of internationally? Is that permitted? I don't know. Anyway, send me your postal addresses and I shall send you some crisps through the post. Walker's Cheese and Onion crisps. That's it from the show today. As always, thanks very much for watching and listening. I shall see you on the next one. My email address is chris@unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk. Bye-bye.